Welcome, welcome, welcome to the people around the world. Guess what? It's another Tuesday, right? Usually we host the Beeline Web Show. But tonight it's time to get straight through the ropes, brother. I was doing my Triple H earlier. Check it out. First we do this. Check this one out. I got a new one for you. Let's go. Damn, it didn't work. Let's try it again. There we go. That's what we talking about. We doing the Wrestle Talk tonight, baby. And you see, I got a full room. I'm loving it because we got an important event about to pop off, kicking off the WrestleMania season. I said, are you ready? Yes, we talking about the Royal Rumble, baby. It's coming on. We gonna go over it with the predictions. It's actually this Saturday. Yo, are you guys excited like I'm excited? I love this time of year. It's like Christmas and shit.
Yes.
So we're gonna go around and we're gonna introduce the room and we're gonna get to know everybody in the room. We got a new face, somebody who hasn't been on with us yet. But first, we definitely have had the regulars. Mr. Derek T. Lewis, the ring announcer from the infamous Monster Factory in New Jersey, where the Hall of Famers is in. You got Big Show, you got Sheamus, you got Matt Riddle, listen, the list is endless, man. Hey, Derek, thanks so much for coming back on the show tonight. How you been today, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm still winding down from last night's Raw 30. I was there in Philly, and
I got to there.
I was there, and whew,
Philly.
I felt like I was a 21-year-old again. Seriously,
I feel you, man. Yeah, it was a really good show.
You're an American badass with the Undertaker coming out on a bike. I'm like, oh my god, like bro. I feel like I'm 21 years old all over again. Amazing.
Yeah, man. That was great. That was incredible. Yeah, that's awesome. You got the chance to experience that. I mean, that's incredible. But we also got on the line with us today. We got your boy, Mr. Dre on Wheels himself from the 1130 podcast, going over the road with us again. What up, Dre?
Hey, what's going on, my guy, man? Hey, I'm excited for you to have me here on your podcast now, man. I'm excited to talk about it all, man. For real, Raw 30 was dope last night, and also the Royal Rumble coming up Saturday. So yeah, man, I'm excited. This is dope.
Very excited about it. Very excited, bro. And thank you once again for coming on. I know you were a wrestling fan just like me, man. And then we got a newcomer. We got somebody new. I actually met this person on TikTok, and she actually caught my attention because listen, every TikTok she got a belt, she got the shirt, she got the clothes. She talking about something going down, the storyline, the bloodline. She talking about it all. So introducing guys, bringing on the line with us tonight. We got Miss Raven. That's right.
Hello.
What's good, Raven?
Hi. Not much. I'm good. Raw 30 was I'm young, so Raw 30 was literally like I was 9 years old all over again. It was very refreshing to see Teddy Long on the TV last night. So loved that. I was so happy.
Yeah, it was very fun. You know what's interesting? I'm just realizing right now we got like a couple of different generations in the room right now, and it's interesting because, like Derek said, Derek, you're like the head honcho. I mean, you got knowledge on this and a whole another level or whatever. I think I'm coming right after you because I've been watching wrestling since I think I started watching in like '89. So I was like, I've been watching wrestling forever.
I started watching in '82.
There you go. Yeah, Derek got me beaten. But,
I wasn't even thought of yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what's awesome, What were you?
I wasn't even born.
Dre, when you started watching, how old are you?
I was 8 years old. I was
6.
8. You were 6. Yeah, you guys.
I came in right. I was born into Ruthless Aggression. I was born in 2000. So when Ruthless Aggression started, I was 2 years old. So I was right there, literally.
Gotcha.
It's amazing to hear people, other wrestling fan stories of when they came in wrestling, because like you guys were watching in the '80s and I was watching in the Attitude Era, and I was like, wow, you came in the Ruthless Aggression, man. Like even when the network, I remember when the network came out, I said, I'm going back and watching all of this over again.
Oh yeah,
that was the awesome thing about it, right?
Yeah, and I like it because I've never seen it. So like now I get the opportunity to see that stuff that my uncles grew up on because I didn't get to watch none of it.
Like Bob Backlund was the WWF champion when I was born. That's what it was called, the WWF, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation.
Yep, I remember that
I
too.
was born, and when I started watching the WWE, started watching it in '82. Bob Backlund was still champion because he was champion for years.
Yeah, so, second longest reigning in history.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
You have San Martino, you have Bob Backlund, Hulk Hogan, and now the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns.
Wow,
crazy, incredible.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And one of the things that happened, just like I'm glad we actually got this panel on to kind of discuss this now. But the the Raw 30 happened last night, and one of the first things that I saw, one of the first things that happened last night was Mr. Hulk Hogan himself stepped on that stage, and despite the controversy and stuff like that, you got to remember, man, it's got to be like crazy for that guy. Hulk Hogan, literally, and Raven, this is right, before a lot of our times, really, but. Hulk Hogan was John Cena. He was maybe more because
I can verify. Let me tell you something. Yesterday was 39 years that Hulk Hogan beat the Iron Sheik at Madison Square Garden for the WWF Championship. January 23rd, 1984. I saw it on MSG Network when it happened. And like he said, obviously the controversy and everything, but that started a revolution that no one saw coming. That started the rock and wrestling era. And 84 and 85, when you have Cyndi Lauper involved, it's everybody, it was great pandemonium. So to experience that era and all these years later, he could still garner that type of reaction. It's incredible. He was bigger than John Cena, in my opinion.
I think so too.
In the 80s, it's crazy.
I think so too. Yeah, I think Hulk Hogan was on every cereal box, movie, TV show, every single thing. I was watching Gremlins 2, and I forgot about the part where they go into the movie theater and Hulk Hogan's in there eating the popcorn and shit. He was an icon, man. And it's crazy because we're in our generation, Derek, we've seen all these generations pass down. Well, all of us have, really. But I mean, literally, like, to get to Raven, and Raven's like, she's like, somebody's watching it from the Ruthless Aggression era. That's after the iconic fucking Attitude era that, like, built, like, all these amazing...
And I was, like, literally at the end of the Attitude era. Like, I didn't even get to really experience that because I was born right at the end of that.
It was... Yeah. Literally. Talk about... I mean... The only thing I can compare the Attitude Era to was Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll. That's about as close as you can get because it was, and the fans felt it. The wrestlers felt it. It was just a revolution.
It was, man.
It was like balls to the wall every week. It was something crazy going on.
Yep.
And in the crowd, literally, like, you could feel electricity when you walked into an arena during anywhere from 97 to 01. You felt the electricity when you walked into the building. That's how great the product was at that time.
And it's funny hearing you say that because my sister just started watching, I want to say in 2020. My sister's 15. And like when I'm watching old stuff with her, I'm like, this was amazing for us when I was younger. Like what we did then, y'all don't do none of that now. It's a completely different thing, completely. And she's like, well, did you guys? Yeah, we had a whole bunch of Extreme Rules matches randomly pulling up on Raw. It wasn't just you're seeing it at Extreme Rules, and Extreme Rules had Extreme Rules matches. They don't have them as much as they used to.
Because here's the thing. When fans are desensitized, you know what I mean? When you're, how do I put this? It's like when the fans are constantly seeing the same thing over, we're going to Extreme Rules. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. They go to, there's a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Okay, here we go. Yeah. When there's, you know what I mean? So, like, how am I going to miss you when you're always there?
That makes sense.
That's a good point.
So, the point is that when you're looking at, there has to be, like, the first Hell in a Cell, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was, the purpose of that Hell in a Cell was to keep all of DX out of that cage.
Gotcha.
And that was at that time, because you figure Taker and Shawn, that was like their second match, that was second time wrestling on pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You want to sell with Taker and Mankind. That was the last match they ever had. That was the blow off of their 2-year feud. You know what I mean? So all those, it meant something. When it just becomes it's gonna be a gimmick pay-per-view, it doesn't mean anything. I'm glad they got rid of TLC pay-per-view. You know what I mean? I'm glad they got rid of it.
I didn't like the fact that they were doing that whole categorizing the pay-per-views to what they want the match types to be. I liked it, like you said, Derek. I liked it when it was fully loaded and No Mercy, and they had the distinguished names and the titles and the stages.
Right.
It just made it more eventful.
And I literally have to tell my sister that, no, we had so many more pay-per-views. Like when I'm talking to her, I'm like, hey, what pay-per-views next? I'm realizing how many spaces in between spaces in between these pay-per-views there are. Because when I was younger, I was 11 or 12 at the time, we had Capital Punishment. Capital Punishment is not a thing anymore. We had Night of Champions. They don't do Night of Champions no more. It's stuff like that. I didn't realize they weren't there until somebody else said, oh, they don't do this no more. You don't realize it after a while.
Here's the thing. When I was growing up, okay, when it got to 89, that's when they had the Classic Four, because the Royal Rumble was actually a free TV show in 88. I saw Jim Duggan won it. That was a TV special on USA. It was live.
Wow.
So the first pay-per-view, obviously WrestleMania, and I saw WrestleMania 1 at a movie theater. So first three WrestleManias was basically closed circuit TV on satellite. Then 87 was the second pay-per-view, Survivor Series. 88 was the very first SummerSlam, which was on a Monday night. And then 89 is when they made the Royal Rumble an actual pay-per-view. So you had the Classic Four. You had the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, which allowed the storylines to breathe. Because back then, you can have a feud for a year. Jake the Snake and Eddie DiBiase had a feud for 12 whole months, and it was how they stretched it out. It was beautiful because they weren't in each other's faces every week.
Yeah. It wasn't Raw. There wasn't any of that. Weekly episodic TV came along later. I remember watching wrestling Saturday mornings. And that was all you had. Saturday morning main events.
But also, too, when Jake had surgery on his neck in 89, but obviously they ran the angle where Ted DiBiase had injured him, but he had a neck injury. And every week, DiBiase would get on the microphone, the $1 Million Man, the $1 Million Champion, and the man who ended Jake the Snake's career. Every week, that kept the feud going. And he was getting so much heat because of the point that Jake was so beloved. That kept the feud going. So it really went 12 months. So that's why I missed, and I'm glad AEW has 4 pay-per-views because you can allow those storylines to breathe.
Hey, man, thank you guys so much. Hey, guys, listen, this is why, just to let you guys know, panels, listen, Derek T. Lewis, this guy, listen, I told you, I've been a wrestling fan my whole damn life, but this guy, he's like an almanac. He got all the dates. Derek knows his shit, That's why I love when you can come on, Derek. I know you're a busy man, amazing career. Guys, definitely check him out. He's got a new podcast. You got amazing guests I saw you got coming on too, man. That's congratulations. Congratulations, for real.
I was pinching myself before I made that post. It's like, how on earth I was able to get that? But and may I add, my podcast is not a pro wrestling podcast.
Yeah.
There's a lot, you know what I mean? And this is no disrespect to anybody, but I feel as though that mine is going to be more patterned after Jericho's, where Jericho has everyone basically in the entertainment world, along with pro wrestlers that come on. So I want to be able to kind of follow that trajectory, so to speak. But I have Raj Giri from Wrestling Inc. on my podcast Thursday on the D-Loop podcast on all platforms. So check it out.
That's awesome, bro. I can't wait to check it out, man. Very exciting. All right, guys, that's been definitely Derek, thank you always for the history lesson and really teaching, especially when we have younger guests on. Raven's going to be able to give us a whole description of how wrestling is perceived now, and because it lost a little bit of its like from the Attitude Era, it lost a little bit of the the grandness that it had, I guess, because a lot of people kind of turned down, the edge for sure. But a lot of people stopped watching wrestling. A lot of people say they stopped watching, but it's still pretty big. But it's like you had to go home on Monday night. Attitude Era, you was nowhere near anywhere else that didn't have a TV with Raw on it or SmackDown. So, but then it was like it grew up, and then people didn't like it because it started getting a little softer, a little more goofy and stuff like that. But
that was me. That was me. Once CM Punk left, I'm not even gonna lie, I stopped watching because once CM Punk set that little thing right there where it was, I'm gonna do what I want and I don't care what nobody has to say about it. After CM Punk left, it got boring. There was no more like interesting storylines besides the fact they wanted to stretch John Cena and The Rock as much as they could, and that's all we had for a little bit was Cena and The Rock or Cena and The Miz. It was never nothing more than that. So once Punk left, I was like, okay, I can't do this no more. It was nothing there. It was sad after a while.
But I think also go ahead. Let Dre go.
How you feel, Dre? How you feel after the Attitude Era? Were you still as hard of a fan?
Yeah, I was a big fan. Like I a lot of people always say that they stopped watching wrestling after a certain point of time because of either the product became became soft or boring or too goofy but the main reason I hear people say they stopped watching because Stone Cold and The Rock left. So I was like, a lot of people was like, oh man, wrestling still come on. I was like, yeah, man. So I was a big Rock fan. That was it for me. But I didn't. Nothing really stopped me from watching wrestling. I've been watching it straight since I started watching it in 1999. And if anytime I missed the show, it was because of something like it was at school, work, or whatever like that. But I was always watching Raw. I became a fan of just not just one guy, one Pacific guy. And yeah, the product did get stale, but I was just a diehard fan, so I was just watching it. So
I feel you, bro. Yeah, we used to have to pay for them pay-per-views, man. We paid
$60.
Can I tell you that my sister don't believe me. She don't.
I mean,
real fast about the pay-per-views though. I remember when I was staying with my mom and the pay-per-views, especially like in I want to say 2011, like some pay-per-views were like every 2 weeks and definitely like every month. So I'm paying $40, $50, $60 to order pay-per-views, and then when the network came out, I was like, oh gosh, but yeah, I haven't paid for the pay-per-view in a long time.
It was weird when I found out the WWE Network was a thing because, like, my sister pays $1.99 for Peacock. Okay, I tell her, do you know I had to pay so much to see a pay-per-view? And I was a kid, so nobody's gonna let me pay for these pay-per-views, and they go automatically on your cable bill. So if I'm trying to sneak and buy one, my grandma's gonna see it because it's on her cable bill. There's not much I can do. So the fact that my sister can watch these for $1.99 has me pissed because that is
blessing, yo. What you gonna say, D?
I mean, my thing is, I go back to pay-per-views when they were like $14.99, right? But again, you gotta look at where the economy was in the 80s and the 90s, and obviously it went up to $19.99, to $24.99. But what happened is when I moved to Delaware and I met up with some people, whatever, I started going to Buffalo Wild Wings every month to watch the pay-per-views. You know what I mean? So I never really paid for it. I would just go. It would be an excuse to get out of the house, go watch wrestling or whatever the case is. Then of course, when the network happened, they weren't allowed to have the network in the bars because you have to pay like a certain like premium in order to show it publicly or whatever. So I was like, all right, I'll get the network, then which could lead to Peacock. But what I was gonna say is that when everybody's talking about, why? Because my nephew talks about this too. Because my nephew's in his mid-30s now, and he was saying how he felt as though that the product got softer or whatever the case. I said, you got to understand something. They had a lot. They were as much money as the WWE was making in ticket sales, pay-per-view buys, merchandise, which obviously the Austin 316 shirt, the greatest t-shirt that was ever produced.
Still to this day.
They were
NWO.
Right. We're talking about just WWE right now. WWE.
Yeah.
WWE was everything. They were losing money. They were losing sponsors. When you're talking about television rights and things of that nature, you have to be worrying about which advertising which brands are going to be buying ad space for your programming.
Yeah.
So they were getting USA Network was constantly writing letters. It's like, can you tone down a little bit? Can you tone down? Of course, they became publicly traded, and they really started to understand. They had to really calm it down. Then, of course, when the Benoit tragedy happened, and
that was a game changer right
really
there.
had to scale back.
Yeah,
because now that was a because he single-handedly almost brought down an entire industry.
Well, not even just wrestling, though. I mean, football, everything. They started taking concussions more seriously and everything.
I'm just saying, just professional wrestling in general, sports entertainment, because, again, he almost brought an entire industry down. So they had to revamp everything, and they had to really make it kid-friendly again, because the adult content that they were putting out, I look back at it now and I cringe a lot.
It's crazy, yeah. It was wild, bro. Like, especially like just Goldust alone. Remember Goldust coming out in the GIMP uniforms and shit.
When you had the Godfather, a pimp that's soliciting his
hose right behind him every time, yeah.
I'm like, oh my god. But again, but at the time, they did what they had to do to compete with WCW. They won the war, yada yada, etc. But at the same time, it came with a hefty price. But now that they're publicly traded, all these other things, now they have to the sponsors are coming to them now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Think about it. Snickers is the sponsor for WrestleMania every year.
Crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's successful. But yeah. No, you guys. Like I said, I love this conversation. It's something that's nice, and we can have a room full of people who are just different eras and stuff like that. And we have one thing in common, man. Wrestling is all. I love wrestling to this day. I'm also an MMA guy, so I get a lot of the conversation on why you like that and stuff like that. It's not as much anymore. Well, I think wrestling's a lot more respected now as well. They understand these guys are talented athletes. I mean, they work harder than a lot of almost any other industry out there, on the strength that they have to travel ridiculously. They perform close to 7 days a week, most of the year, majority of the year. You know what I mean? It's incredible what these guys do. They're so much respect for that. But we got, like we said, we want to sit there and make sure we talk about everything going on. Let's go ahead and hit a little bit more on the Raw 30th anniversary. So, like I said, the first thing came out, Hulk Hogan came out and he graced his presence. And I'm glad that Hulk Hogan can kind of come back. He still receives kind of a mixed little review, in my opinion.
It was mixed.
It was mixed, right? Yeah, I heard it. And they
on
they
Twitter.
That shit
Twitter was. Yeah, they was not too fond of Hulk Hogan being out there.
That's the thing about having scandals, man. It sucks because it sticks with you forever and shit. And I mean, he did it, but it just sucks, man. Because Hulk Hogan is such an icon, yo.
It was the BS apology that came with it, though.
Yeah, sucks, man.
You didn't know that, guys, man. I got caught.
But yo, D, for real though, I'm saying that's what happened. People talk shit, man. People talk shit,
He's banging his friend's wife with his friend's permission, by the way, which is a thing in itself that I just can't understand.
That's Brian Knobs, right? The Nasty
that wasn't Brian Knobs. It was Bubba the Love Sponge.
Oh, okay.
And he literally because Hogan was going through his divorce. He was going through a really shitty time. And he was like, hey, you can bang my wife. So he banged his wife. And while he's banging bed with Bubba's wife, he then goes on a tangent about how he didn't like the fact that his daughter was dating a producer who was a black guy. And said the N-word, I guess that makes me racist.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Okay.
Balls, bro.
Got it.
But it is kind of it does suck. It is a shitty, I'm not trying to defend him or anything. I'm just saying, but he did. You got caught, bro. You said something. But people say shit behind closed doors all the time. I've said fucked up shit behind people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, it just does suck. It brings out a character that you shouldn't see. You have to be careful. We just had a whole live episode on Sunday talking about when you're in the limelight, bro. You have to be careful, man. You have to watch your P's and Q's. You can't act like you're just an ordinary citizen running around the earth. Your words and your shit carries, yo. But very interesting. But yeah, Hulk Hogan came back. I was excited to see him. I'm a fucking huge fan. But then you got into like the matches, and let me tell you something, bro. Well, first the match, no, not the match, but you got into that damn trial for Sami Zayn. What y'all think of that? That should have me on my toes, yo. I was like, holy shit.
I was stressed. I sat here like, what is really, because Paul did not have to go in on Sami the way he went in. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it at all. So it was something different than Roman yelling for Solo. I'm about to start crying because I'm like, no, this is not about to happen.
Yo, but listen.
Jay deserves an Oscar. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, now that motherfucker, he was cracking. He was cracking the whole time.
Story
did good.
It was the story. It was amazing storytelling. Yeah. And the guy that you never thought would stick up for Sami Zayn, he did.
It caught me off guard. Let me
tell you something real quick. I'm gonna say both of these. I'm gonna say this real quick because it's two things that I got. When I saw it, listen, on Dre, I was
Can anybody else hear him?
No,
your mic's muted.
Yeah, because he had my mic muted, and I couldn't say anything. So
he had muted himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he understands what's going on.
Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Hey, we live.
There you go. There you go.
Dre, my bad, bro. I was actually trying to mute your mic because I was hearing the I guess you got like the TV in the background is like coming through a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't want to.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not home, so I can't really control what's going on outside the room, though. But yeah, I try to mute everything I got in the room. But yeah, I was trying to say something, but I let everybody go though for a moment though.
No,
but
yeah,
I
was
good. Gonna give my I was giving my thought. I was trying to go give my thoughts on the Hulk Hogan thing. For me, from what I saw when they came on, it didn't seem like it was too much of a mixed reaction though. Although all the controversy came with Hulk Hogan though. I just thought it was funny that his mic messed up on live TV, and that was kind of a sign that nobody wanted him to be there. So everybody that was at home, I'm pretty sure we heard him from from the TV side, but the live audience, it didn't seem like they heard everything he said. And they do the cheap pop in it. Go Philadelphia Eagles, try to win the crowd back
cheap
on
pop,
his side. Yeah. So I thought that was
I saw that in my
that was that. But from the opening segment though, I thought it was just amazing. I didn't expect Jey Uso to actually stand up for Sami Zayn. I just didn't know where this was gonna go for real. I mean, when Paulie came out there and delivered, his evidence, and was like, yo, we want Sammy out of here. I didn't really expect Jay to kind of like get up there and do that after all they've been through. After Jay kind of like accused Sammy of being a fraud and trying to infiltrate the family and et cetera, et cetera. So I thought it was cool though. I did not like the fact that it went too long though. Because that kind of like caused some, ripple effects down the show though. But I thought it was amazing though.
It's almost like the time where This Is Your Life happened in 1999, and that went way too long.
But you're talking about with The Rock and Mankind?
Yeah, but then when they found out the next day during the SmackDown tapings that it got an 8.2 rating, Vince was like, never mind.
The Bloodline storyline is one of the hottest things. What I was trying to say before I muted myself and shit, I was gonna say about that whole segment, bro. I said on your show, Dre, I said that one of the craziest turn of events that I can see happening, that would be crazy. That would be an awesome thing to get at least one of the belts off Roman. I don't want the bloodline to break out. I love the bloodline, but I can see Solo flipping, yo. And I'm not talking about just out of the blue flipping. I'm talking Roman trying to hit Solo with some, I'm the fucking tribal chief.
I've been saying listening that.
To me. I'm telling you. I think it would be one of the, I think it would give Solo one of the biggest pushes. I think it would give him the but let me say this first. Hold on, wait, one second. I gotta get the rest of this out real quick. Last night was also the night where I'm not gonna lie to you. I finally said, if Sami Zayn fights Roman for them titles and wins, I ain't mad. I'm not mad.
I'm not gonna be mad.
I almost want it to happen at this point. I'm not gonna lie. That's how good they did Sami, bro.
We talked about this. We talked about this on the podcast, and there's so many theories out there how the bloodline could break up. And when you really think of it, though, I think it's going to happen within the reason why they break up. And Solo Sikoa is actually the hottest one. Obviously you got the Usos and Sami, but Solo is just doing his thing, and obviously he taking the thumb thing that Umaga did, taking that, the Simone Spike, man. So man, he's going places. So I can definitely see him.
I'm trying to make sure we get around the circle here.
Don't forget that Elimination Chamber takes place where? Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And that's where Sami Zayn's hometown is. So I'm only imagining something's about to go down this Saturday at the Royal Rumble.
It definitely is, yeah. There's going to be closure somewhere.
The beatdown is going to happen.
Yeah.
They
got Sami as the poster for Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Not guilty for now. He's like, I don't want to see you. He said, go home.
Yeah. Yo,
for some reason, I think that, I don't know. I think they're going to tease it at the Royal Rumble, but it's going to happen on a SmackDown or so. And I think with Sami Zayn being the, obviously poster boy, they're in Montreal and everything's heating up, he could possibly be one of the guys who could take one of the belts off of Roman Reigns
I would love it.
In the planes.
The Universal title.
The Universal or the WWE Championship.
Yeah.
I still think I'm a firm believer that especially with how things are going, it's a little more difficult because of the Jay thing that just happened. But I definitely think that something's going to happen with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to dethrone the Usos. I think that's going to be, if not Montreal, that could be the fucking main event. I mean, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen because the belts aren't going to be on the line in the Elimination Chamber. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
They haven't announced any matches yet. So I mean,
I think it would be awesome to have the tag titles. I think in the Elimination Chamber, every title, the women's title, the main titles. I think this year around have the tag team in it. I think it'll be something interesting to see.
Yeah, that'd be interesting too. Yeah, the women's things are coming up a lot. I mean, I would mind seeing their stuff. Their matches have been really good. The women's titles. The women's titles have, in my opinion, have kind of been very lackluster recently, man. I mean, it's constantly like Bianca's had the belt forever. I'm not interested with her with the title at all anymore. Let's jump into it now since we're talking about this now. The Raw 30 was good. I like the surprises, the DX thing. I feel like we've been seeing DX like every 5 minutes now. It's like I don't mind. I love DX, bro. But it's like the reminder of how old they are is freaking crazy every time you see him, man.
Meanwhile, Billy Gunn is 59 years old and jacked
out the ass.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think the DX appearance did anything for too many people. I mean, obviously we know Triple H is running creative and Shawn is doing his thing. So X-Pac and Road Dogg was just there to do their thing. I think Road Dogg is backstage also doing something.
Dog's backstage,
he's back there. But like you said too, Dre, before we jump into the Royal Rumble, like you said, the one big thing about the segment, starting off Raw, it ran over, and one of the biggest matches I was looking for, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the damn main event. That Austin Theory Bobby Lashley shit, that was for Brock. Listen, I'm gonna say this too. I don't really give a shit about Brock Lesnar anymore. I'm sorry, I love Brock, but he's not a draw for me.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with Brock Lesnar anymore.
That I wanted to see that Becky versus. I know they're saving. I think they're saving Becky versus Bayley for Mania, yo. I think they're trying to press it.
I personally, when I saw it, I thought they was going to save that match to the main event, and I didn't think it was going to be Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley at the main event, just to have Brock Lesnar come out there, F5 both of them, and Theory win, and they went off the air like that, like they didn't have that much time. So I feel like they could have cut the DX segment way shorter than what they even, Kurt Angle was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna ride with it. Like I'm Billy Gunn for the night. Like they could have cut that way short and found a spot for Becky and Becky and Bayley to have the steel cage match.
But Bully Ray made a really good point on this morning's episode of Busted Open. Check out Busted Open Radio every day from 9 to 12 on Sirius XM channel 156 Fight Nation. Bully was saying this morning he's actually glad they got something out of that segment with Becky and Bayley because now the heels got the heat that they needed.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true for sure.
Where they worked an angle out of it. So
they did.
Is way better than having a 2-minute cage match.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, when I first did a prediction, I think at the beginning of the year, and I was like, the people that I want to see at Mania, as far as women, I want to see Becky and Bayley. I'd love to see them for the belt, everything. That's a match that we really haven't gotten from the horsewomen. That hasn't been at least really
the title. To be honest with you,
they don't need a title, right? Yeah, it doesn't need it.
It's when you're at a certain level, you're Teflon. You're Teflon done. You don't need. Some people just don't need the belt at this point. Their name recognition and their body of work can carry it on. So I think a old school grudge match with Bayley and Becky, no titles on the line. Why not?
I think so. I think it'd be great. Go ahead, Ray. All right, Raven. We're gonna let you hit this topic, and then we're gonna jump into it. We're gonna segue right into the first match we're gonna talk about for the Royal Rumble. What you think about the Becky and Bayley situation?
I am Becky biased anyway, so I was not too happy to not see the match, but I wasn't mad about it because, like y'all said, I mean, it's setting in stone for what could be. So I'd rather see him at Mania. I'm not even gonna lie. I'd rather it be a Mania match.
Yeah, it's going to make heat for the Rumble too because they're both going to be in the Rumble. There's no doubt about it, and it also gives them a character, not a character. It also gives them like a storyline to eliminate each other at the Rumble in whatever way that happens. So we're not, upset that they don't win. You know what I'm saying? Because you always got to have that too, a reason for them to be eliminated. And I think Becky and Bayley are going to kind of play each other, and that's going to be how they have their eliminations. Because they're big names, man. You can't give them the belts every damn week. Like you said, Derek, everything don't got to be for the belts. And you can't just have belts on two people. But you need to keep them, fresh. You got to keep them interesting and have a reason to watch them. But going on to that, let's talk about our first match of Royal Rumble. There's not too many matches, but of course you got the huge Royal Rumble matches to entertain you throughout the night. But here you go. First match of the night we're gonna talk about is this one right here. Bianca versus Alexa. Now, this is a very interesting for a couple reasons. Like I said, I'm not too big of a Bianca fan. I'm gonna be honest. I love Bianca. I think she's great. I'm just not a fan. Alexa, she's pretty cool, but I'm not really a huge fan either, to be honest. But I like her storyline as far as the Bray Wyatt stuff going. So we're gonna start with let's start with Raven. Ladies first. Raven, what you thinking about the Bianca versus Alexa for the title?
So Alexa is from my my city and state. So in Columbus, we are that's all we care about. Bianca, there's not much I can do with Bianca. My sister is diehard Bianca. Like, she doesn't care about anything, she's diehard Bianca. So I'm really at that weird point where I'm like, okay, I don't know who I want to win. I want Alexa to win. At the end of the day, Bianca's done what she did what she did. It's time for somebody else to have the titles. I would love to see Alexa have them because Bray Wyatt came back. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see that be a whole thing. But I don't see Alexa winning, which kind of sucks. I can see Bianca winning. And
so you got Bianca?
And they're moving it to Mania, and that's just how it's going to be, honestly.
There we go. All right, so we got Raven for Bianca on that match. All right, Dre, go ahead, man. What's your prediction?
My predictions is Bianca will retain the title somehow. Uncle Howdy gonna come out there and kind of play his tricks or whatnot with the whole matchup and cause Alexa to lose, and that way, some way down the line, we're gonna get uh, Bianca versus Charlotte. I think that's the big matchup that I think they're going for at WrestleMania. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of Alexa though. I just don't know, like she's just been off lately. I thought that she would actually. I mean, well, she wound up doing it though, but she turned on Bianca eventually. But I just want her to do something though. But I don't see her winning the title at the Rumble.
So you got Bianca. We got two Biancas in
Bianca
the room.
all the way.
There we go. D, what you got, man?
I'm thinking it's going to be a double count out or Bianca wins by disqualification.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down with that theory as well. I think that I definitely got Bianca's going to win. I don't think the belt is going to change hands, and there's too much storyline that's around it. I think my personal opinion is Alexa's going to come out, and it's definitely going to be some Bray Wyatt interference. You got to remember, I don't think it's going to be too much because that pitch black match is going to be where we're really going to see something big from the Bray Wyatt storyline, whatever it's going to be. So I think that Alexa is going to be part of it, and I think that interference is going to be the reason why it kind of interferes in the match, I have a feeling. I don't know if anybody's going to come out, but I think that it's going to kind of just put her in a position where she walks backstage, and she doesn't even really care that she lost because it's like it's her time to come because of what's going to happen later in the night. But I definitely think she's gonna lose for some mysterious reason, and Bianca will keep the titles. I don't know if it's gonna I don't think it's anything else gonna come from her. I think this is gonna be a filler match. I'll be real, man. I've seen them wrestle already. It's not like it's the greatest thing. I got the thing. Me and Derek talked about it when it's like a littler superstar. And Alexa can wrestle. I'm not hating on her, but Bianca's a fucking beast, bro. Like it's like Ray fighting JBL back in the day. I'm like, bro, but JBL's an animal, bro. Like, but I definitely got Bianca too. So we got 4 Biancas. We all in agreement on the first match of the night. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the next one. Here we go. Next one's gonna be. Let me see what we got here. I don't want to jump to the main, so I guess we just hit the next one. Here we go. The big one. There we go. We got Bray Wyatt person. Yeah, LA. Listen, this is what else I got for watching Raw 30 last. I love that guy, LA Knight. Bro, this is what I heard. Y'all tell me, hey, Dre on here said to me, he said LA Knight reminds him of The Rock. Similarities with how he talks. This is what I got last night. I got Ric Flair, bro. I don't know what it is about this guy, but the way he talks, he's got the electricity of them 90s dudes, man. He is incredible, yo.
Definitely.
But all right, so we're gonna let's start off. Let's go in backwards rotation. Skip me. Derek, what you got for the Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight, man?
I'm thinking LA Knight wins this one.
Yeah?
You know what? Somebody made a tweet earlier that says LA Knight is about to get the run that Mr. Kennedy was supposed to have.
Yeah, I hope so. He's incredible.
I love Mr. Kennedy, man.
No, man. LA Knight is on a whole nother level to me. I was never a Mr. Kennedy fan.
LA
I got
my Kennedy shirts here. But no, I think because there was a rumor that Howdy and Bray are going to wrestle at WrestleMania.
Oh, man.
I can really see Uncle Howdy causing Bray Wyatt to lose.
Some stipulation.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see, man. This is his first night back. I mean, on live TV or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, bro. Okay, so you got LA taking it. What you got, Dre? Or we'll go to let's go to Raven. Raven, what you got for Bray and LA?
I got Bray. I love Bray Wyatt. I've always been a big Bray Wyatt fan. The Wyatt family, all of it. Even when he was Husky Harris, he was great. But I'm not too fond of LA Knight. Bray Wyatt, and he got it in my book. I see it happening. I mean, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Like you said, I see that interference coming. If it doesn't, I'd be confused as to why it didn't happen, honestly.
I'm telling you right now, LA Knight, listen to me. Let me tell you something, y'all. LA Knight got it. I can see LA Knight, and I'm dead ass, and I don't give like credit to nobody like this, really. I can see LA Knight being a Stone Cold. I can see him being a Rock. Right now, I see what's his name? What the hell is his name, bro? Who's the guy? He's like Daniel Bryan. To me, he's Daniel Bryan. Why the fuck I can't think of this guy? What the hell? I can't think of him. I can't think of him.
Main roster?
Who?
Main roster or NXT?
No, this is WWE. This is on Raw. He was on last night, and I said, "Damn, that guy, he's like Daniel Bryan right now. Everybody loves him." Damn, I'm pissed off. I can't remember this. Whatever, we'll go back. I'll remember it. While Dre, what's your thoughts on Bray and LA Knight, man?
Bray and LA Knight. I think I don't know what's gonna happen with this match. It's a pitch black match. Never heard of it before. But the rivalry itself, I'm loving it though. When LA Knight came out there on Monday Night Raw, like I told Brian B on my show, I just think the guy just everything about him reminds me a little bit of The Rock. Like he got something in him that a lot of people just ain't seeing. I don't think they calling him the mega star just for any reason. And I like how someone just said that he's about to get the push that Mr. Kennedy was, because we all know when Mr. Kennedy won the Money in the Bank, he was winning, he was undefeated for a while, beating the Undertaker, and something happened, and he had lost the Money in the Bank to Edge, and that was it. So I'm loving everything what LA Knight is doing, especially what happened. The fact that he had the ring with Bray Wyatt, obviously the person he's in a feud with, but the Undertaker though, like that says it all right there.
Oh, you right now. I think they respect that dude, man.
I respect him for that one.
Anytime they put a superstar with someone in the caliber of a legend like The Undertaker or someone in the ring for a segment like that, they got major plans for LA Knight. And I'm telling you, he's going through the moon, man.
Yeah. Yo, listen. I want you to pull it up. Yo, listen, I'm about to find it. Who I was talking about was Sami Zayn. I see Sami Zayn right now. Sami Zayn got that heat that Daniel Bryan had when Daniel Bryan was fighting at Mania and Triple H and Batista. He had to go through them to get the damn titles or whatever. Listen, bro, I think Sami Zayn is on that next level shit, yo.
Daniel Bryan deserved a bigger push than what he got. As somebody that actually, like, growing up, that's all most of us cared about was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan deserved a much bigger push in the WWE. The way he left out was great. The way he left out was great, but like through the years, they were trying to just make him a mid-carder. He wasn't. Daniel Bryan had that about him where he could be a main carder. They put him with Kane at a point. That was great. But Daniel Bryan by himself, he's amazing. There was no reason for them to
made that. I'm saying they even made that work though. When that whole Kane versus the yes no thing, whatever.
The team hell no, that was crazy.
That was great, man. Go ahead, D.
I mean, man, we're talking about Daniel Bryan and everything. It's like with Sami Zayn. I think here's the difference. The Daniel Bryan thing happened because the fans were fed up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Sami Zayn, this has been building for a while. So there's a slight difference between the two. I understand what you're saying in regards to that babyface fire and everything, but in regards to just the comparisons, everyone, just remember, Randy Orton and Batista were the main event of WrestleMania 30.
Yeah.
And fans were just freaking fed up.
Yeah, they were. Hard that shit.
And when I was at, oh my God, I'm trying to remember, like the fact that Daniel Bryan wasn't even in the Royal Rumble in 2014. He wrestled Bray Wyatt.
That's why everybody flipped on Roman. I mean, that's one of the reasons, because they were tired of Roman being pushed like that.
What I'm saying is that's what it was starting. Punk quit. And then that was the whole deal with, it was fans were just fed up. But with Sami Zayn, he's in an actual storyline, and everyone kind of knows where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
It's going on this magic ride that they're riding with Sami Zayn. So I think that's the difference in between the two scenarios.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Yo, listen, I'm finding it right now. We're gonna. I want y'all to watch this promo with me, just so you can see what I'm saying. See if you feel like that. That what's it called? That I felt like. I'm telling you right now. I don't know why I got Ric Flair, but my opinion, the Bray Wyatt and the LA Knight. I think it's gonna be Bray. I don't think they're gonna have him lose his first entrance match. I can see some kind of like interference thing happening. I feel like there's going to be a big thing that happens at the Royal Rumble that's going to set up what's happening next, and I think we definitely need it. It has been a very long story. Bray's doing a very good job keeping it together, but I think it's definitely time for something to happen so we can see what's coming next, because you have to know what's coming next to keep you intrigued.
Gotcha.
But it's been a great build. It's been a great build, and like I said this on your show too, Dre. Somebody said, and I don't disagree with it. They've been pushing Bray Wyatt, and they've been using LA Knight as kind of like his first kind of like, target. But they kind of have let LA Knight shine unintentionally, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, bro, it's something about that guy, yo.
LA Knight is different. He's that refresher that SmackDown needed. He's that refresher that SmackDown needed, definitely.
He can get he's one of those dudes where you feel the electricity as soon as his music hits, and you know he's gonna come out there and he's gonna talk some shit, and he gonna make you want to choke his ass.
Like I said, all they got to do now for LA Knight for me, just for me. I mean, maybe it's still rock where everybody else, but I think he's going to the moon, and they get him a new music, because everyone knows, man. Everyone here on the panel, I mean, the first 2 seconds of the theme song, and we like that superstar. We popping. We know who it is. So his theme song is a little generic, but I think they working on it. But once they get that, and he just off to the races, though. I feel like he's
the biggest travesty is the fact that Vince McMahon did not see this in him.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Like, it's mind-boggling. The fact that the best thing you could come up is him being a manager.
Yeah, man. Like, that's crazy.
Now y'all see why Adam Cole left.
Yeah, man. For real. Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people wanted to leave.
Yeah. I mean, they were going to make Adam Cole cut his hair and become a manager.
Get the fuck out of here. That's some Ric Flair shit back in the day. WCW. They wanted to make Ric Flair a gladiator. Remember that back in the day?
Yeah, Jim Herd wanted to call him Spartacus. And make Ric Flair get because Ric Flair did cut his hair, but he wanted Flair to get a diamond earring and everything.
Are you serious?
Check it out. I found it. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick. Wow. Just check this guy out, man. I don't know if you guys might have been like, oh, he's on or whatever. Nobody knew. I definitely didn't know this when Undertaker was gonna come the hell out. But all right, let me go ahead and play this. I'm gonna play the actual clip too. Oh damn, I'm over here doing that thing I always do. All right, check this guy out, man. This guy's fucking incredible, yo. Y'all hear it?
Mm-mm.
No, not yet.
No.
Oh man. Hope that I can play the sound on here. Damn, y'all ain't even seeing it. Oh, you know what? It's on Hulu. It might not allow me to do it. Damn, man, they jacked everything up for the privacy.
Yeah.
All right, I was trying to find. I couldn't find it on like YouTube or whatever, but I really wanted to watch it with y'all and get y'all like see if y'all got goosebumps from that shit. It really though. It was the first time. Like I've been saying it for a little while, but that the LA Knight, I think he's gonna be somebody big, yo. I think he's like you said, Derek. I mean, the fact that he was on that male mind, I didn't even know of him. And apparently, like I said, he was doing other stuff.
Well, he was Eli Drake in TNA.
Yeah.
He was Eli.
And if anybody don't remember it, back in 2013, he was on this show called The Hero with The Rock. And I believe that's where he learned a lot of his, stuff from, because, he wanted to be a professional wrestler. Then he went into TNA, Eli Drake. And I started to see him more in NWA, especially like 2020 during the pandemic. And then he came up to WWE and NXT.
Gotcha.
So.
And then I heard on top of all that, I didn't even really know him, but he actually was doing the damn the motions and the movements for the video games. The 2K, I think it was like 2K14, 15 video games. He was actually The Rock, Goldberg. He was doing all like the entrances, like copying them and stuff like that or whatever. Yeah, he's a talented dude, man. is really incredible. I definitely see big things for him. I think this year
he's 40 years old. This is crazy.
Oh, really? Oh shit! I didn't know that. That
And
sucks to
that's
hear because
yeah.
they ain't gonna push him then.
But I feel like they're gonna
No.
give him more. I feel like they're giving him the ball to just roll with it right now because of his age. Let's see what he got because you don't really have too many chances. You know,
he's phenomenal, man. Damn, I feel like he missed the mark on that one. I think he would have easily been one of the big names, man. His chemistry is incredible, yo. But yeah. So we all got. So I think we're all. Well, I think it was a little different on this one. I said Bray. Dre, who you called?
Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt. All
you got Bray. Rave, you said Bray as well.
Bray. Yeah.
All right, and D, you said you think it's going to be LA. All right, yeah, we got a little difference going on. It's exciting now. I love when it's not the same. Everybody thinking different. See, I don't disagree. I don't disagree with Derek. I'll be honest with you. It can go either way.
I don't. Yeah. I can see LA Knight winning though because Bray Wyatt will have so much behind him, especially after this with everything he got going on.
And it's just going to continue the storyline. If Bray ends up losing to LA Knight, it's going to continue the storyline. It's probably going to push LA Knight.
Yeah,
he
can lose. Yeah. I've been doing that shit forever now.
No, here's my dream promo: having Stone Cold and LA Knight in the ring. What?
Oh, yeah.
That'll be phenomenal, yo. That'll be phenomenal. All right, so we're gonna jump. Let's talk on this topic real quick before we get to the main event topic. So what do y'all think about this? And I know it's been something that we've all been talking about, or at least everybody that I've been on the shows with. You know, me and Derek, me and Dre. Check this out right here. What y'all think of this man right here? Okay. I see she over there sporting his shirt. As soon as I put him on, just Lord.
I love Cody Rhodes, man.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about it because I've actually seen some stuff today that I feel like I'm not like the voice of the voiceless anymore. And then people are actually saying things that I was saying similar. So Cody's coming back. You know, they kind of took that surprise away from us. And somebody said this too. Since they did take that surprise away from us, pretty sure we're getting, a couple surprises. The Rumble is one of the biggest ones of the year. The first one to start off, it's going to be surprises out the ass.
Yeah.
Especially with Triple H's kind of, direction with the product right now. It's going to be surprises. So this is a surprise that was given to us. Like, hey, yeah, he's coming. Yeah, let me just give it to you. So how do y'all feel? Let's start with Raven, since you love him so much. Let's go ahead and jump right into you. You wearing his gear and everything.
Okay, so Cody Rhodes, in elementary school, Cody Rhodes was in Legacy. So Cody Rhodes didn't get that push when he was in Legacy. It was all about Orton. It was all about, oh, you guys are just Ted DiBiase's son, Dusty Rhodes' son. Cody didn't get that big push at all. Then Cody became Dashing Cody Rhodes. Right there was, okay, Cody has some talent. He had a lot of talent. Then they did the Broken Cody Rhodes. Then they did Stardust. Cody's been so many things, but never got his correct push like he should have. Since he came back, I see Cody dominating after a while. I see it happening. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be sad, but that's that. I'm happy Cody's back. I knew he was gonna be in the Rumble. I was at Raw when he announced he's gonna be in the Rumble. I'm not mad. I see Cody doing what he do. Definitely.
Yeah. D, how you? Oh, okay. Go ahead, Dre.
Cody Rhodes. I already saw this whole thing. I think we talked about it too on my show. How they did back in 2002 with Triple H, where he injured his quadricep, and they kept running the vignettes over and over about him being in Birmingham, Alabama, and him rehabbing. They doing the exact same thing that they doing with Cody Rhodes. So it wasn't no mystery for me of them not just saying or for it to be a surprise. I heard it months ago that they were already planning to do this and build him up like Triple H. Even if you look at the opening video package, it was side by side in a way where they showed Triple H when he returned at Madison Square Garden, and then right after that clip, Cody Rhodes.
I was there for that.
Finally. So it's so much kind of like resemblance. My little man trying to say something too.
I hear him talking.
It's so much, comparing with both of them, but I dig it. I think he has a big possibility of winning, a big chance of winning it. and going on to WrestleMania though. But hey, I'm just looking forward to see what he does though, and to see how Raven said she was in elementary school with a legacy. That was awesome
Crazy.
though, because I was in high school. Yeah, I know, right? So,
and Raven,
man.
Cody Rhodes, Goldust's brother, you know what I'm saying? Dusty Rhodes' son. I mean, their legacy is exactly what they are, man. It's like, classics and all the stuff they have. But I know my man D gonna fill us all in because he knows it all. What you got, D?
Well, baby, my son, my son Cody is going to do it all, if you will. Which means my son Cody, the grandson of a plumber, if you will. No, in all seriousness though, I think they're setting us up for Cody to win it. Crazy because it's great that Cody left WWE a young man and came back to WWE as a grown ass man.
Yeah,
I think that 6 years he needed to reinvent himself, build his own brand. That American Nightmare, that whole presentation he did in AEW, that is all his. WWE doesn't know any of that. So Cody bet on himself, worked the indies. He worked so many independent organizations around the world.
Dominated that shit.
WG, not just Ring of Honor, but he wrestled every indie promotion around the world.
As he should.
Yeah. And Cody will tell you, because he said it in an interview, he said he wasn't ready for a push yet in WWE. He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. He needed to grow. So sometimes it's like hindsight's 20/20 and whatever the case, but Cody, sometimes you got to grow as a performer before you get that shot. And I think him going somewhere else, gaining notoriety, becoming a big international super. Like, think about it. He wrestled and he was a champion in New Japan.
Yeah.
He was the leader of the Bullet Club.
Leader.
I mean, the dude went out there and did it. He was obviously he went and founded his own damn company. God damn it! So he became he's a grown ass man. Like looking at Cody Rhodes when he left the Stardust in comparison to now, like two different human beings. It's almost like when I look at Stunning Steve Austin and then Stone Cold Steve Austin, they're two different human beings.
Completely different. Ringmaster Steve Austin. Come on, bro. Different people, yo. Listen. But like you're saying, definitely. Cody Rhodes literally is the person responsible, in my opinion, for putting indies on the map. He's the person responsible. All out. Literally is the reason why AEW exists, in my opinion. All in.
You know the origin of why that happened, right?
Well, maybe I do, but go ahead. You tell me because I know you know. I know you know, bro.
Dave Meltzer said that nobody can no company can sell out a 10,000 seat arena.
Okay.
Cody Rhodes bet him $1 that they could do it. And they contacted every indie wrestler they could. They say, "Yo, are y'all open September 1st?" And there was like, like Okada, everybody, Omega, all of them from New Japan, Ring of Honor, because they use Ring of Honor's like production for that. And they sold out 10,000 seats in less than 30 minutes.
That was crazy, bro.
Like,
what? I remember listening to it on the radio or YouTube. I was like, what the hell?
Here's the thing. They did it off social media. There was no advertisement at all.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's what's so crazy about it. But that's why I'm saying he put the indies on the map. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Dre.
I just want to say, and they were able to do that, especially at that time too, because the product of pro wrestling, which is the number one thing is WWE, was not everyone's favorite. So for Dave Meltzer's, who reports all these wrestling rumors or news, and then true or false, and he puts out this challenge. A challenge accepted, and all the wrestling fans wanted to see it. So I think that's also another reason why they succeeded in that.
That's why competition is so important, man, because there's one thing that we lost with the loss of WCW. And you always had New Japan, you always had, Lucha, whatever it's called. You had different products that were out there, but WWE was the most dominant, man. It still is the most dominant, no doubt about it. But it wasn't as much that you can turn the channel and see a different product. You had a lot of different options back in the day, or at least more options where you could turn a channel and see a different product. Now it's just WWE, and I was running for a while. It was stale. It was John Cena. Even you just said it, Raven. It was literally 3 people that you was watching the shit for and circulating the title between them. And it wasn't as entertaining, man. So you were looking for change. You were looking for difference. You were looking for edge, whatever. You were looking for difference. But
and that's what AEW gave me, as like
a lot of people.
Like I said, I stopped watching for a little bit. I mean, I still like knew about what was going on, who's the champion, what's this, what's that. But AEW definitely gave me that sense of this is what I needed at the time when I left watching WWE. Yeah. AEW definitely gave me that.
Yeah, my opinion about Cody, bro, and this is like an opinion. I like Cody Rhodes. I definitely love Cody Rhodes. I think he's great. I think that his everything he brings to the table is great. I'm not ready for him to win the Royal Rumble. I do not want him to win. He can be in it, whatever. I hope that they find some kind of storyline to take him out. I hope it's not with Seth. Seth's kind of on a babyface turn right now. So we'll get to who we want to win the Royal Rumble in a minute. But I know that Cody's been through a lot. I know he's the son of Dusty Rhodes. He's got history in the game. I just think that I don't think that he should come in immediately and take it. He's proved himself. Yeah, I get it. But I just don't feel like he should just jump the line and just jump in front and then have him going after some Roman shit. I'm not ready for that. I'm sorry. I just can't get down with it, man. I've said that. I've heard a couple of people, agree with me on the same thing. They think Cody should come in. He should kind of start off something with somebody. I don't know who. I can't really name it right now. But I think that there's been so much story built around so many areas, whether it be the Sami Zayn, whether it be Seth, whether it be anybody. I feel like there's a lot of stories built around that somebody relevant to what's been going on with this previous history of Roman Reigns has got to be involved with dethroning Roman Reigns for at least one of them fucking titles. Maybe they'll just throw a new guy out there like, here, Cody, you never had anything to do with the Tribal Chief ever before. So take your chance and then win. Okay, maybe I just wouldn't be that as interesting to me as somebody who's been like, I've watched you through this whole show. I've been here, and now I'm taking that shit. Like Sammy. That's what I'm saying. If Sammy, I've never been a fan of it, but if Sammy takes that damn title, it's going to be on some Kofi Mania shit, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Because you're going to be like, yes. You're going to be like, finally, somebody beat Roman, number one, and then somebody took the title from Roman. And it's going to be just that eruption. It's going to be unbelievable, bro. And
Kofi deserved better.
Kofi did deserve better. That loss he took to Brock on the first SmackDown, listen, that was the most devastating shit of all time.
I've never been so mad in my life. I was heated.
That was horrible.
Michael Cole was reading an ad, and I don't think he realized he saw that finish coming.
Bro, I bet that shit was so. I mean, it would have been different if they would have. They could have entertained it and just let him jump through his legs, kick him from the back, drop Brock, kick his ass.
How do you guys
immediately drop that shit?
Each week, Booker T always, kind of like sort of bury the New Day, especially Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods in a way on NXT because he felt like, Kofi Kingston, former WWE champion, took you a long time to get here, and you got here. You won the big one. Awesome moment, especially for the black men in professional wrestling, because black men or black people don't reach that level in professional wrestling. So it was amazing for him to do that, and for him to lose it in that fashion and never get a rematch. And then you get Xavier Woods over here, he won King of the Ring. And now they just, like back at NXT. So I just want better, for them and want a rematch.
It's crazy about Kofi because I know a lot of people that stopped watching after so long because, we got older and that's just what it was. But when Kofi won, you'd be surprised how many people that I grew up with were like happy that Kofi won because everybody knows Kofi didn't. They didn't push Kofi. Kofi he was randomly there and then was gone at certain points. He definitely came a long way. So the fact that WWE never even touched that ever again is just terrible.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's something. My bad, Deep. That's something that literally you can't always your longevity in a company can't establish the fact of you having a title. I mean, you got guys like, Mr. Perfect, you got Kurt Hennig, you got Owen Hart. You have these guys never touched the title, and they were phenomenal. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Longevity doesn't just push you in title contendership, but at the same time, the fact that he did get the opportunity, Kofi Kingston is an amazing wrestler. But it goes back to my theory with the Brock Lesnar and Alexa Bliss shit. It's like putting Kofi up against Brock Lesnar, putting Rey Mysterio up against Brock Lesnar of all people. Like, Brock Lesnar has asserted his dominance with almost everybody in the industry. Now, you can do the flippy shit and, get him into an area and put him in like, oh, maybe he'll do it. But then as soon as he hits that clothesline, you're like, okay, this shit is over.
You're done. There's nothing else about,
But they dogged Kofi. They could at least let him have that.
Kofi,
like, hit a couple high top moves.
Kofi was never, and the reason why I think they never went back to it because he was never supposed to be in that spot. He was never
That's what I think that too.
I think that too. And also, if they did not go that route, I feel like Kofi would have felt some type of way because they went that route with Daniel Bryan when the fans were, on inside and they was just, team Daniel Bryan. They was just with it. So same thing with Kofi Kingston. They just rode the ride. On the way up, but it's crazy.
Yeah. I think the fans, the universe made Kofi the champion. I'll be real with you. It wasn't the storyline. I think the universe, they played that and they listened to the people on that storyline. But I think that's also why he lost it the way he did. We're like, all right, your time is done. Get the shit out of here. You're over. Immediately. At 5 and you're done. Go ahead, D. What you were saying about it, bro?
I was saying, man, when Kofi won the title, I had memories of when Ron Simmons won the WCW title in '92.
Yeah, on WCW. Yeah, I remember that.
And
the purple ass pants on. I remember Ron in there.
And just like I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I was in this living room crying, man.
Damn. First African American to win the title, WCW, right?
Well, to Ron Simmons, yeah. But they're talking about when Kofi won it. It was just like it was emotional. It was.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
He had his kids in the ring and everything. I'm like, damn, man.
And that's how it is as a Black female when we had the Sasha versus Bianca match.
Oh yeah.
Being a Black female with my little sister, that was history made right there because you wouldn't see it. Early 2000s WWE, there wasn't a lot of Black divas.
Jazz and
Alicia Fox. Yeah, we had Alicia Fox at some point in 2010, 2011. We didn't have a lot of people. So to see Sasha and Bianca even in that aspect was great. To see Bianca still have the Raw Women's Championship is great. There'd be a lot of things that really like, wow, this is happening. And you don't really know how to react to it, but it's an amazing feeling, definitely.
Yeah, that's really good points. Yeah, you guys are making really good points as far as just like, having some people to look up to, especially like, our Black entertainers and stuff like that. It is important, man. And it's something that, for me, the entertainment purposes, I'm trying to stick to like, just, entertainment purposes. But as far as like having a strong Black champion, I'm always down for that. My gripe with Bianca is just I'm just ready for something new. You know what I mean? Just like even if she turned heel,
sense.
I'd be down for
I'd be down for that.
A heel turn, but it's just kind of boring,
man.
Montez. She's been listen. I've said it on Dre's show. Montez Ford, that's another one. I can see Montez Ford being on some straight heel, him and Bianca, and they just run through the game on some Finn with Ripley shit. I mean anything.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm trying to tell you, Montez Ford, he's another one. LA Knight, Montez Ford, breed, Austin Theory, these dudes, I think they're taking the game to the next levels these next coming years, man. Next coming years is going to be
they got next. They definitely got
next. Man. Montez is a beast. We ain't even seen half of what his ass is doing. Solo too.
Hey,
the whole Samoan dynasty, man. Like all of them dudes. His Umaga's son. They're all of them, bro. Go ahead, Dre. Go ahead, Derek.
The one face-to-face I saw on Raw last week, and I said, you know what? In 5 years, this is going to be the main event of WrestleMania. Dominic Mysterio versus Solo Sikoa.
Oh no!
Gotta let ex-con Dom. Come on,
I love Solo, but Dominic,
I do
bro.
not like Dom.
I feel like Dominic gonna be on
some street cred. Y'all got it for street cred, Dom. Come on, man.
No, man.
What's
it's fun. It's fun. But let's be real. Yo, listen. Hey, Derek, for real. Dominic is fun. All right. But you know who I saw being on some next level Eddie Guerrero type shit? Angel Garza.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was like, when I saw his persona, and then they had him on that cornball shit, and then they paired him with Humberto Carrillo. He's got potential, yo. But I don't feel like they're letting him shine for whatever reason. But Dom, bro, like, and he's trying to play like he does Eddie's moves, and he's good. He's not bad, but I don't know, man. With Dominic Mysterio, I can't find it with him, bro. He's good, but I feel like Rhea and Judgment Day is carrying him. If he didn't have Judgment Day, I don't even think he would exist right now.
So when he started, I still wasn't a big Dominic person. I don't know what it is. Like, I guess him being Ray's son and watching him in that little custody match and seeing how he is now, you kind of don't expect him to be the way he is now as he was then. So I'm not a big fan of Convict Dom with the little teardrop tap. I'm not a big fan.
It's fun though. It's fun though. It is fun. What do you feel, Joe?
It is.
Graves on commentary, man, had me in tears. Yeah. Like, come on, man. You know how it is in the joint? You're gonna get shot.
Yes. I love it though. It's extra layers to his character. You know, and especially definitely building him up because everyone know him from just being Rey Mysterio's son. You know, so this gives him his own identity. You know, it maybe ain't prison. Yeah, he was in jail, and in his mind, he was in prison. Let him just think he was in prison. You know, and I think that just adds to the story, and it just builds it up, and how everybody, you know, it's not more so like these guys are. Yeah, they all badass, but I think they all could just, you know, joke around. You know, I remember where Dominic Mysterio had got the mist sprayed in his eyes, and he was like, "Mommy, it burns. Mommy, it burns." And Damian Priest is like, "Yo, you know, something else could burn worse than that." You know, like.
They came back that next week with the sunglasses.
Yeah, like
on.
I'm loving the whole Judgment Day.
This was
loving
it.
And
last
I
night.
know.
Y'all see this? Y'all see it?
Dom dropped.
Somebody had this sign last night.
It's not that I'm not like I'm not too fond of Dom. I like Dom. Dom can be he's more than likely will be dominant. I don't see it not being any other way. But like I said, when Dom came, I was like, yo, that's crazy. Rey Mysterio's son is actually in the WWE. It caught me off guard. It definitely caught me off guard. Like I said, thinking back of him being in that custody match was crazy.
SummerSlam.
That's what's crazy. Yeah. First match. Yeah. Seth Rollins, man. I mean, and Seth can carry anybody, bro. Like Seth is one of the greatest of all time. But yeah, I mean, I think Dom's a decent wrestler. I don't think he's bad in any way. I think he's gonna get, you know, phenomenal. I think he's gonna get you know, a way better with time. I said D, when we were talking, we did our last Wrestle Talk. I said I would love if they put a mask on Dom. I would love if they put a mask on him and made him into some, like, you know, like not just, you know, Ray always personified for the most part the, you know, classic luchador kind of, you know, respectful. He's always like, you know, been nice. I feel like Dom should hit some Kane type, like, you know, luchador mask and just be like a deep, dark kind of kicking everybody ass bad guy persona.
I wouldn't be mad about it. I wouldn't be mad about it at all, because like I would love to see more of the little luchador portion in the WWE, because I mean, after Sin Cara left, it was just Ray.
Oh yeah, they tried to lose away.
Super on Raw now. You know what I mean? With Zelina.
Yeah.
Oh, you had
you're right.
El Phantasmo or whatever.
Yeah.
You're right.
Those guys.
That sucks that I can't remember their names. And that's like a little.
Yeah,
they're good though. They are good.
Yeah.
Legado del Fantasma.
Right.
Yeah.
The Sin Cara project failed because NXT wasn't in place yet. Honor had just taken over, and had NXT existed then, I think he would have had a much longer career. But they hot shotted him to the main roster, and he clearly was not ready for American television. And this is no offense to any, you know what I mean? There was no offense, but I'm just saying, like, he wasn't ready.
Yeah,
my man was botching all over the place.
Watching at that time, I knew when his time was coming to an end when they had that second Sin Cara, the little white version of him come. He was
Sin Cara Azul and Sin Cara Negro.
Yeah. So
that was Hunico that played the other.
Hunico, yeah.
But when that happened right there, I'm like, okay, Sin Cara might not be here for much longer because it was random.
Switch of rules.
It was very random, but I've seen his time ending very quickly.
No, but
all right, y'all. Let's go ahead and we damn, we got a lot of that Cody segment. We got over to Sin Cara on that, but all right, so we're gonna jump in. We still got to talk about the Rumble matches. We got main event time. Well, it's probably gonna be the first match of the night or something like that. We got the Tribal King versus KO. I love Kevin Owens. That's my boy too, bro.
I love.
This is gonna be the big one here. Now, listen, I'll start off. I haven't got a chance to start yet. Let me start off by saying I definitely think Roman's winning, no doubt about it. I don't even think it's like questionable at this point. It would be, how shocked would y'all be if Kevin Owens actually won though? That would be fucking amazing.
I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad.
I mean, I'd be shocked though. I'll tell you.
Shocked.
Yeah, I would be shocked. But I definitely think Roman's winning, no doubt about it. I think this is going to be where they're going to see what happens with the Sami Zayn thing. This is going to be where somebody attacks somebody. I think Kevin Owens is going to grab him at the end, and then they're going to see the deflection, and then KO is going to have his back. And that's, like I said, I think he's going to go after what's it called. But the interesting part that's going to play, that I'm interested in seeing what happens now, is Jey Uso, because it was always Jimmy. And Jimmy was the guy who was always having his back when Jey was really turning on Sammy. But now it seems like Sammy's in love. But you got to think of it this way. It could also switch, because then Jey could be like, I had my back for you. I turned to my family for you. And he can flip on some, I did all that and I was right all along, on some shit like that. So it can go a number of ways, man. It's very the storyline is so good. That's what makes it so damn good. But,
and you don't know what to expect out of it. That's what
exactly. I got Roman. I got Roman for sure. Go ahead, D. Go ahead. Hit us with your predictions, bro.
Roman's retaining. I think he's going to barely retain because Sammy's going to do something that might cost him the title inadvertently. And I think the beatdown is going to happen at the Royal Rumble.
Ooh, gotcha. Yeah. I see that.
Yeah, man. But I definitely agree with you. What you got, Raven? You said you saying the same thing?
As much as I love Kevin Owens, I do see Roman's gonna retain. That's just how it's gonna be. They're not gonna just let Roman lose it that easy. So no, I got Roman.
So we all got Roman so far. Go ahead, Dre.
Yeah, I got Roman Reigns winning it. I wasn't, when they announced this match, I wasn't a fan because they actually had this match 2 years ago in the Thunderdome. So, it was like, okay, they revisited this. And it was kind of like, it was easy to revisit this because Sami Zayn now is in the bloodline. So everything is falling into place. So, but I got KO winning it. Roman said he don't want to see Sami until the Royal Rumble. So maybe he helps him, maybe he don't. I don't really know where this goes just yet, though. I don't know, but definitely Roman Reigns all the way.
Got you. Yep, I agree with you. I definitely think, when it comes to the Royal Rumble and title matches, I mean, I can't really remember even a time where a title was exchanged on the Royal Rumble as far as the main belt. Probably was. I haven't done any history with it or anything like that, but I mean, I don't. It's not a pay-per-view for a title change unless the title's on like the Rumble picture or whatever. I might get it a little bit more then. But I definitely got Roman. Roman's gonna have them belts. I think even past Mania, which is unreal. But and kind of unwanted too. I'm kind of ready for at least one new champ or one new person to hold something. But I can see him having it past Mania. At least one of them, at least one of the titles or whatever. But yeah, we definitely got Roman. That was an easy one there. All right, so let's jump into the main events of the night. Let's go ahead and talk about the 30 participant. I can't even say 30 man no more. It's gonna be 30 participant Royal Rumble match. Let's start with the ladies match. Here's a big question for everybody. Who do y'all think winning the women's Royal Rumble? This is one that's not talked about as much. They don't even have a lot of people kind of selected for it. Let's start with you, Dre. Who do you think's taking the women's Royal Rumble match this year?
Man. Whew. You know,
it's hard. You talk about everything else but that.
But you remember on my podcast I said Mandy Rose, though, you know, she'll make her a little, but you know,
that's a good one.
What's going on? But I don't know, man. I really don't know who could win that. Last year we saw Ronda Rousey winning it. I just don't see. I don't know anybody that's on the top level in the women's division. You know, if anybody else wins it that I can think of that's been here on a daily basis, Liv Morgan. I think she would probably be the only one that probably
no way.
Which I don't want it. I don't want it to be, but I'm like, I mean, from looking at, you know, the pattern the WWE has chosen these, you know, participants to win the Rumble, they usually have been on the top of the division, usually have been champions or been in highlight matches at WrestleMania. They name one women's wrestler in the WWE right now has been doing their damn thing. Charlotte just came back. She won the championship, so she's not going to be in the Rumble. Becky's not going to be, not Becky, but Bianca's not going to be in the Rumble. She's been champion for over a year. We got Bayley. Bayley would be a great choice because she came back from injury from at SummerSlam. And you got Becky. So, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's a toss-up between, you know, Liv Morgan or Bayley.
All right, you got Liv Morgan and Bayley for Dre. Go ahead, Derek. Let's see what you got, man.
I'm going with Mommy Rhea Ripley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot about Rhea.
I forgot about Rhea.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. That's it. You got anything else? Anything on the side of that?
That's my pick. That's my pick.
Raven, who you got?
Okay, so hear me out. I want AJ Lee to come back so bad. If AJ was to come back, everybody else is out of the picture for me. I would want AJ Lee to win. AJ? But since I know I love AJ, yes, I would love AJ to win. But if AJ does not win, my pick is, I want Naomi to come back too. So Naomi would also be a pick for me. But yeah, okay. I gotta go with Rhea Ripley. There's no reason Rhea Ripley wouldn't win it at this point.
Yeah. I firmly agree. I definitely think Rhea's taking this Rumble. I don't really, like you were saying, Dre, I don't think there's really anybody else who is who's really, there's nobody else that I can see just winning it, to be honest with you. I don't really know who else there would be. The other ones, Becky and Bayley aren't going to take it. You know, they don't need it either. They don't need it. They definitely don't need it. They can do it without it for sure. Liv Morgan, I don't even. I think she's just a name. I'm no hate. I'm not trying to dog Liv, but I'm just saying, bro. She had the title, and I think that was one of the most lackluster kind of titles.
It really was
ever seen. When you
think
think about it, bro. Go ahead, Ray.
Do you guys think The Rock's daughter would be in the Royal Rumble?
I gotta see that girl wrestle, man. I gotta see that girl wrestle. I'm sorry to tell you.
Possibly, but no, not right now.
There was some people on Twitter that were like, "Oh, she might." I doubt it.
Has she had a match yet?
No.
Either. Listen. This is how it's gonna go with her. Either she's gonna be the greatest freaking wrestler that we've seen in a long time, or
she's going to be terrible.
Or she's gonna be terrible. I'm telling you right now. There's no other two ways about
no
it. They're holding her for a reason. They're holding her for a shock. Or they're going to be like, "Oh, this girl got to get better before she can enter this ring."
I think another reason why they're holding her too, because that's The Rock's daughter. They don't really want to expose her that bad.
You can't.
If she is bad, then you exposed her.
Exactly
so
my
now,
point.
like,
Yep.
and I think that's why they stuck her in a group. That's why they stuck her in a group.
In a group,
too.
absolutely
she needed
right.
to be in a group. Her in-ring promos are terrible.
Yeah,
I hate to say it. It's so bad.
I hate to say it too because I love The Rock and I even love I love Simone. But yo, listen, I haven't seen a wrestle. I can't wait because the Samoan bloodline, bro. These motherfuckers are
they're dominant.
It's in their breed. It's in their breed.
Bro.
Yeah, I gotta see our girl wrestle. If she is in the Rumble, I mean that'd be an amazing first time, whatever.
Definitely.
But
quick question.
So. Good, Dre.
Quick question before everyone move on. Were anybody excited to see this acknowledgement ceremony though?
I wanted to see it. I wanted Rikishi to come. I just wanted to see Rikishi.
Really wanted to see it.
I didn't care about nobody else. I just wanted to see Rikishi.
I mean,
that's all.
I think after what happened on SmackDown, that's what kind of like led them into this direction, and they probably reached out to certain people who probably wasn't available to do it. But I think the acknowledgement ceremony would have been great, and I think they were probably trying to get The Rock for that too. But I think
they said Rikishi got sick or something. Like, honestly,
I honestly don't know. I mean, it would have been cool. I thought the council was cool. The storyline is so good, honestly. I mean, when like you said, Ray, when this dude keeps joining this live. I don't know who the hell this guy is. But he keeps joining my live. I don't know who he is. I'm trying to kick him out, but he keeps coming back. I don't know how that works. But I'm gonna kick his ass out again because I don't know you, bro. But so we had but I think that the bloodlines, they don't need anybody, bro. I think adding too many extra people, especially people who aren't there all the time, it would have been cool Rikishi coming there to talk or whatever. But at the end of the day, you looking at him and that's Rikishi. Like, you love Rikishi, you love him. He's Uso's dad. But it's cool. I thought it was cool the way it went down. I wasn't really missing it too much. But as far as the Women's Royal Rumble goes, like you said, I'm definitely fully with Rhea. I think if she doesn't win it, I'll be shocked. It'll be somebody. Yeah. I also listen here. I want Derek. I know you might have something to say on this one. I think Sasha Banks is going to be in the Rumble, yo.
I do too.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Telling you right now. I guarantee she's gonna pop out in that Rumble, yo. I'm not gonna guarantee because it's still something I'm kind of like iffy about. I don't know if Naomi is. Naomi's been very public on Twitter. It could be a work, but people are saying stuff to Naomi, and she's kind of responding like, "Yeah, that's not true." I'm just letting you know this shit is false. You know what I mean?
The way if Naomi came back, the way I think she would come back would more than likely be something that got to do with the bloodline. I don't see her just coming back just by herself. I see her joining the bloodlines in some shape or form.
I would love that, but I think Naomi had her time, and I think she's phenomenal. But I just don't think that I can't see WWE pushing her in any other way. I think that she would be great to join the bloodline, be a great just a part of it, but still be a female wrestler and just have a reason to kind of be more involved in storylines. But you got to remember, Naomi been in there for, she's long running at this point, like 2013, 14?
She was in the Funkadactyls.
Before that even.
Yeah, she was in FC.
She was in NXT. She was in
NXT.
She was in FCW. Let's not forget that either.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was in the game for a minute.
Before that.
Yeah.
Before NXT came out, and then she was a part of the whole NXT season where it was all women on it.
Yeah,
they're doing the modeling thing. They're doing the thing. Naomi, I think she's one of those people. You're hearing rumors about, you got Nia Jax. I'm hearing rumors about, which would be cool. I think Doudrop is definitely going to return. She's going to be one of them things, and I hope that they give her a name. Change it up and kind of give her her whole introduction. Let her come out on the thing. I think she's going to be one of the ones that pop up in there. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just a theory I had. I saw her recently. She did a wrestling event. I think where she's from. I don't know, but I saw her. She was wrestling. WWE is being very lenient with letting their wrestlers wrestle with other promotions all of a sudden, which is awesome.
But they're doing Shinsuke obviously wrestled for Noah with Muda's last match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you saw Carl Anderson. He was wrestling in Japan. They've had a lot of mixture.
Because he had the never open weight title, and he had to drop it.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah. That's why I think Sasha's coming back too. I think Sasha's kind of playing the world right now. Yeah, she's on that New Japan thing, but she ain't wrestling over there all the time. Like I think she'll have a couple matches. She set up that Kairi Sane thing, but I think Sasha's going to come back. She ain't going to win it. I definitely don't think she'll win it, but she'll definitely come in there, and it'll be awesome. Yo, listen. This is something I still want to this day. I'll be honest with you, and they're all back except for Sasha now. I want Charlotte, I want Becky, I want Bayley, and I want Bayley all in the match, bro. I would love that Mania for one of the titles or whatever, or even if not a title, just to have the four. We were together, we came in together, and we were all separated together. Let's go to war. I would love that. I think that match would be phenomenal.
Right.
But yeah, man. I got Rhea. So we got let's go to the men's Royal Rumble match now. Who y'all got for the men? Let's just break it down. Who y'all got? Let's start with Raven. Who you got?
I got Cody, but if Cody don't win, then I got Seth. Definitely, I got Seth Rollins. I love Seth Rollins. I'm not really confident in Seth winning. I wouldn't be surprised if Cody won because that's probably how it's gonna go. A lot of people want The Rock to come back. I do not want The Rock to come back, but it is what it is. We'll see how that one goes. I wouldn't be surprised if Edge won, though. I would not be surprised.
What?
I would not be surprised.
That was a curveball from the phone.
Yeah, that was.
Be surprised.
That was really
Edge wasn't even on my radar.
Nah, that was really a curveball though. I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes all the way. I don't want The Rock to win the Rumble. I hope he is there, because that's my favorite wrestler of all time. It don't make sense for him to win the Royal Rumble, especially if he's gonna go on to face Roman Reigns. Like it's literally you could literally start the match up with that. Like, come on, like it's already there.
Without
you don't
a belt,
need to win the Rumble.
Nothing.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. Yeah. So Cody Rhodes all the way. I really don't have a backup person. Like I'm a big fan of Kevin Owens, especially everything he did, especially what he did with bringing out Stone Cold after all these years out of retirement.
So great.
I think Kevin Owens deserves a big run also too. So
Gunther,
Cody
give him
Rhodes.
Gunther. I'll be real, give him Gunther. I can see KO and Gunther, bro. I don't see KO with the belt right now, man. Sorry to say it. What we got, D?
Cody. I see Cody winning it, and but if not Cody, I could possibly see Sami Zayn winning it. What happened is that Sami Zayn, let's just say if Sami wins the Rumble, he's saying, listen, I'm not going to wrestle you at WrestleMania. I'm going to wrestle you in my hometown at Elimination Chamber. So it might be, and let's just say Roman retains, and there might be a number one contenders match. Cody wins that, and then Cody goes to WrestleMania.
Derek, you thinking, bro? I'm telling you right now, that was phenomenal because I didn't even think that at all. That was a really good viewpoint right there. That was a really good. I didn't even think of that at all. But listen, I got to go with Raven a little bit on this one. My pick for the Rumble, kind of my want for the Rumble. I want Seth to take that shit, yo. I want Seth to take it, and I'm telling you right now, I want Seth to take that, and I want him to take it all the way to Mania. I want Seth and Roman at Mania. I want Seth to finally come out and say, especially now that he turned on that babyface turn, I want him to say, listen, you beat me. I think they fought last year at Royal Rumble. That they had their match last year at Royal Rumble. You beat me on some bullshit. I came out in the Shield attire. Let's do this and do this up the right way. If you can beat me, beat me. And then him and beat Seth me the Roman right way. Get out of here, Bloodline. This is my Shield brother. I'm going after him. You're the only person I haven't conquered yet. And then just take his ass, and they just have an amazing match. And I think Seth should take that shit, yo. I think Seth should take the belt.
I'm gonna add to mine. I want Randy to come back so bad. I don't see Randy winning. I don't see it happening, but I do want Randy to come back.
If Randy came back, I would love for Randy to go after Roman. I would love for Randy and Roman. Love it. I think Randy's done though, man. He's got severe back issues, man. I don't know if he's coming back.
They said he eventually will. I think Rumble might be too soon. But from what I'm hearing, it's his dad saying like Randy will be back, but I don't think it'll be soon. I don't at all. Yeah. But if he comes back, I would not be mad. I love him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Randy Orton's a legend, man. He's a legend.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I'm going with Seth. I definitely can see Cody winning. If it's not Cody, if it's not Seth, I'm gonna say, if The Rock comes, let me tell you something. If The Rock comes out on the Royal Rumble, and I don't care if it's number 1, he's winning it. He's not going to come in and get thrown out. I mean, there's no way that's going to happen unless Roman comes in and throws him out or whatever. But if you see The Rock's name pop up on that screen and the Rumble match is on, The Rock's winning the Rumble. So you might as well just know it there.
That's the end right there. There's
The Rock knows, WWE knows that The Rock doesn't need to win the Rumble. I do think he's going to make an appearance. I do think it is going to be a big thing. I think everybody's been talking about it a lot. If he doesn't, I feel like it's going to be like, people are going to be like, what the hell? We thought The Rock was going to be here. And he'll have to either show up on Raw or Smack. He's got it because, people have been talking about it. It's going to happen. Something's going to happen at least. But, yeah, man, if Seth and them don't win, anybody else that can take it, I don't really know.
I gotta ask.
Sammy was incredible. I think I would love Sammy. Sammy would set up everything, honestly. Like, hold on, my bad, Dre. Hold on 1 second. One more thing. Sammy as the number 30 participant, because then it's like popping out there and being like, Sami Zayn, what? You know what I'm saying? Especially if something happens with him getting the crap beat out of him from the bloodline. Just imagine that pop. Just imagine him winning and then taking that shit into Mania.
You might be right.
Listen, bro. Or like you said, or into Elimination Chamber. Just imagine.
Roman said he don't want to see him until Saturday.
Bro,
go home.
Listen, go home.
Go home.
Come back in that fucking Rumble. Sami Zayn and KO come and help him when the listen, bro. It's a setup. It's a setup, yo. It's a setup. Derek, you just hit that on the head for me right there. You just changed my whole perspective. Yeah, all of it, that shit. I can write that shit right now and I'll give it to WWE. Like, yo, pay me, bro. That was official right there. My bad, Drake. Go ahead, man.
No, I was just hearing you say The Rock. If he pop up, he's winning it though. Why you say that?
Oh, because The Rock's not going to come back as it's The Rock. Yeah, he's not going to come back to the Royal Rumble and get thrown out by who? Like,
I mean, I feel like. If he gets eliminated though, like that's what I said this one time though, like WWE fails to make superstars in a way when they really have the opportunity to do so. Like I think this is a moment though, like if he does be in the Rumble, let it be someone who's on the main roster week in and week out, eliminate him. So for the next 365 or for the next 52 weeks, he could talk about that, like how Jericho did when he beat Stone Cold and The Rock. That could give him that edge. That's just my opinion, though. But
no, you're definitely right. But the thing is, you have to. I mean, you couldn't put Stone Cold in there to put somebody over in the Rumble. You can put Stone Cold or The Rock in there to maybe put somebody over in a match. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this guy just because that would be one of the biggest deals. But to throw the Undertaker out of the Royal Rumble, being LA Knight or being Austin Theory, I mean, they coming back for that. The Rock coming back is putting asses in seats for weeks. You understand?
If it's going to be somebody eliminate him, it's probably going to be somebody from the bloodline or something in that type of form. Or something.
I didn't even think about that because Solo 9 times out of 10 will be in the Rumble too.
What if Solo win that shit, yo?
I didn't even think about that. That would be crazy.
Take the belt from
two people that I can think of. Two people that I can think of could eliminate The Rock. Someone from the bloodline and John Cena. Like The Rock is, came back and he fought John Cena, so that would be the only rivalry he has in the past, 5 to 10 years or so. So I mean, anyone else would be lesser to eliminate The Rock if he don't want that to be.
As somebody that was forced to go through this John Cena and The Rock rivalry, I would be so upset if that happened again. Because
I don't think that. I don't think that's where it could go.
That got forced down my throat from 4th grade to about 6th grade. I don't want that to happen again. I would be so upset. Yeah, it was 2009 to 12.
This is the younger generation too. We don't drink.
So wait,
I don't want that.
I'm legit old enough to really be your dad then. That's wild.
It's crazy, man.
Probably. Yeah,
wow.
The Rock came back in 2000 WrestleMania 27.
11.
I was 11 years old. I was in 7th grade. I want to say maybe 7. No, wait, 2011. I was in 5th grade. So from fourth grade kind of like started up, you know, the Rock, the John Cena, the Miz. That's where it started up a little bit. Then it became a thing that next year, and it just kept going. It did not end for a little bit. So if that was to come back, I'd be so upset. One, because they're not going to throw the Miz in it, which would give me a little bit of nostalgia. But two, CM Punk's not there. It's just going to be weird at this point. It's going to be a very weird rivalry as somebody that watched it at that point.
Yeah, well, you know, one thing I can say for sure, I think that we can all agree is this Rumble is going to be very good. I don't see it being, you know, bad. I think that there's a lot of story, whether it be the Bray Wyatt, whether it be the Bianca and Alexa, whether it be the KO and Roman, the Sami Zayn story itself. And you know, it kind of sucks to say this, but the women's Royal Rumble this year, it's very lackluster, man. I mean, even with me thinking that Rhea Ripley would win, it's not like there's a lot of story built around it. The only story that's built around is the Bayley and Becky, and you know, that's not even really built around the Rumble. That's kind of personal. Like they don't even need the Rumble for that feud. Right. But I think it's going to be a great Rumble. I mean, I thank you guys so much for coming on. And, you know, we all got our predictions. I thought our predictions were very accurate. I can't wait to see who's right. I'm pretty sure that we're going to get some of them right. I don't see a lot of swerves. Do y'all see like a lot of swerves? We could be like.
Well, they said Rhea might join the men's Rumble.
That would be a waste, man.
It would be a waste.
I know what Nia Jax did when she got freaking RKO out of her.
Nia Jax, China.
I can see her being in. I can see her being in both Rumbles.
I can see
both men and women.
Yeah, they've done it.
That Beth Phoenix one was iconic.
Beth Phoenix,
China, the Great Khali, that was great.
Yeah, they've done it. They've done it a couple times. I mean, that would just be like just there for fun or whatever. But
and if it would be any other woman, it would have to be Rhea. I don't see any other female wrestler doing that. I don't see anybody on the roster doing it besides her.
Raquel,
I don't like when they waste spots, yo.
Raquel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Raquel. Yeah, Raquel too.
Raquel,
but I like when they have like the spots for the legends, and you get those surprise entrances that kind of give you that nostalgic pop and stuff. I like that stuff. Like, you know, at least 6 categories going to like some legends and stuff like that. A couple of NXT guys, and then you have you know the people that you know have to be in it.
And so, speaking of NXT, how do you guys feel about Johnny Gargano being in the Rumble?
I mean,
I
think he's injured. Is he injured?
Well, he is, but I mean, people are saying, "Oh, he's more than likely going to come." I don't see it happening at all because he's injured, definitely.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say with Johnny Gargano, man, I don't really see him really taking the dominant spot in the main roster. I'm sorry to say it. I mean. He had an amazing run with NXT. He's a household name. He's a legend in NXT. So is Tommaso Ciampa. I feel the same way about him. I don't see these guys conquering, man. I'm sorry. I think the NXT was their brand. I almost feel like they should have retired in NXT. NXT developmental. They call it developmental. At this point, honestly, it's its own standalone division. I feel like that they should have their own Hall of Fame. I feel like it should be their own thing because. They bring those guys up. That Mandy Rose had an amazing, long, periodic. But if she gets to the main roster, if she would have came back to the main roster at that, I don't think she would have did the same thing. I mean, I'm just saying, like some people will, but I don't know.
Like Austin Theory surprised me being on main roster, and Dexter Lumis. I mean, I didn't expect anything less of Dexter Lumis. Honestly.
Yeah, I think he's a character guy. I think he's a character. Definitely. He can wrestle for the whatever title, 24/7 title or something like that. He's a character guy. He's somebody who can just be fun on TV. I think. You need those guys too, though. Mid cards, whatever, like the Eliases and stuff like that. Everybody can't be a Stone Cold. Everybody can't be a Rock. But much respect to all these guys. Yo, guys, listen, thank you guys so much for taking your time. We actually been talking a little while today. But yeah, it's been great. I can't wait to see the Royal Rumble. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. And I'm going to do a recap show and everything like that. Anybody's more than welcome to join me as well. But thank you guys. Raven, thank you so much for being a first timer. Please come back anytime you like. Beeline, listen, I love you guys. Hope you guys leave your comments. Let us know who you think is going to win. Make sure you go follow all of these guys. You guys, you saw. Go ahead, guys. Shout yourself out real quick before we head off the air. Start with Dre.
You could definitely follow me at the 1130 podcast. Appreciate it so much, man. I'm just coming back from a short break. I got an awesome episode coming out tomorrow. Brian B is going to be on the dope episode of Beyond 11:30 on Thursday, and talk pro wrestling, man. We're going live before the Royal Rumble, so definitely follow me. Get at me. Check it out.
Beautiful, beautiful. What up, D?
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok at The Real DT Lou. You can follow me on Facebook, Derek T. Lewis official page.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yo, guys, make sure you check out Derek, man. Make sure you check out everybody, but Derek, man, Derek's got movies. Derek's got a lot of stuff, man. He's doing a lot of big things. Derek, much congratulations to you, brother. Raven, how about you? I know I met Raven on TikTok. I was just sending notes. I said, "She's a wrestling fan." Oh, I gotta get on the show.
The TikTok thing was honestly very, very surprising. I didn't really expect that to go the way it did.
You got a name on there though. You making some noise on there.
I did. Yeah. But all my social media is Raven Brianna. Brianna is Briana because my mom had to be a little bit complicated with that one. And but all my social media is the same. I play PlayStation, so you can add me on there as well. And that's
there we go.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Beeline. Till next time. Stay true. Stay positive. I hope you guys like this live edition of talking straight to the point, baby. Straight through the ropes. Yo, listen, we'll get at y'all. Watch the Royal Rumble on Saturday. I love you guys.